All right. So, welcome everyone. This is Linda Stacy of Living Blueprints and
Debbie Lynn Toomey of Ultimate Healing Journey. I'm so excited to be here again with you.
yes, I'm excited too. So, Debbie Lynn is going to focus on happiness. I'm going to talk about productivity, and my productivity leads to my happiness, and her happiness leads to increased productivity. So, we have quite the thing here. So my company is Living Blueprints, and I help hyper busy people manage not only the day-to-day, the things that we have to do, but I also help them create time, space, and energy for the things we really want to do and our bigger dreams and the enrichment part of life. So I'm pretty passionate about that. And Debbie Lynn, tell us more about what you do.
Well, I am the owner of Ultimate Healing Journey, and I speak on the topic of happiness skills and also using the power of your intuition as well to help people really tap into that happiness energy within them to help them propel their productivity and success and meaning and fun into their day, whether it's at home or at work with their family, friends. It's using that and reminding people to use happiness skills that can be learned in different ways. So I speak about that, I write about that, and I coach people on that topic as well.
Awesome. Yeah. Awesome. And I too coach and speak and do workshops, and I'll talk about my workshop at the end of this. But we're still kind of focusing on summer a little bit. And I wanted to remind everyone that it's August 12th and summer is officially not over until September 21st. And it very much frustrates me when everyone at the beginning of August starts saying, where did the summer go? And I know that it's fleeting, although I am from Southern California, so I'm used to like 12 months of summer, or most of my life. But we still have a lot of good weather left before things start to change, and we can look forward to the beautiful fall leaves. And I enjoy the winter as well. So all the seasons I think are just the right length. But I'm going to talk a little bit about summer parties, because I have one coming up tomorrow, and some tips and tactics that have helped me kind of keep it all together as we get ready for this party. And Debbie Lynn, what are you going to talk about today?
I want to talk about still creating a family tradition. It's not too late to create family traditions that can really be memorable and doesn't have to cost much, and something that will really get the whole group talking and really creating this wonderful piece of cohesiveness within the whole family. So I want to talk a little bit about that.
Awesome. Okay, so I'll start by talking about what I've been up to. So some people know that my husband and I recently moved into a brand new house, and we're having a housewarming party tomorrow. And what's cool is that our in-laws decided that they wanted to throw this for us, which adds its own few little complications. But overall, it's very nice that we don't have to think about the food aspects and that we can really just enjoy our guests tomorrow. That doesn't mean, though, that we don't have to have the house ready. And, you know, we kind of want to put our best foot forward and have everything look as good as possible. So my husband, even right now, is outside in this heat, very, very hot heat in Massachusetts today, a lot of humidity, getting everything ready. And I've been working on the inside. And, you know, so I thought I'd talk about some of the things and how we approached this, because we both have full-time jobs and we both have things we like to do. Me with the business and writing and blogging, and him with his fishing and everything else. So how do we manage this? How do we not spend the entire summer planning for a party in our spare time? But one thing we did about 6 or 7 weeks ago is we sat down and we made a list of the things we wanted to be sure to have done in time. And it's good to do this together, to be on the same page way in advance. We also looked at the calendar and we determined how many weekends we actually had that had any openings in them. Difficult for us to get things done after work, but sometimes we can manage small projects. So really laying that out and figuring out what was reasonable, you know, and maybe taking a couple things off the list if that was necessary too. And then when it actually came time to executing, you know, I really try to chunk every project down into small bites as much as I can. So, for example, I have been redoing the pantry. I painted the back walls. I stained the shelves. And this really happened over the course of 6 days, you know, spending about just chunks of time each day. And in the past, it would make me crazy that I couldn't just complete a project all at once. And it's just not reasonable in our busy lives that we can just dive in and spend hours and hours and hours on something. We really have to manage it within, the greater picture of our lives. It's fortunate that staining needs to dry overnight anyway, so you kind of have to let these things happen. But anyway, and then last night I was really tired after a full day, very full day in the city working. And I thought, I'm going to at least get that pantry reloaded. I'm going to make sure the kitchen's clean so that when I get up at the crack of dawn tomorrow to get started on everything else, at least those two big things are kind of out of the way, because I've been looking at my entire pantry on my kitchen table for the last week because of the process of all of this. So those are really key. And, I talk a lot about energy. And through all of this, we have to remember to get enough sleep and to fuel ourselves other ways properly. And so tomorrow, when we actually get going, and it's going to be a very full day, and the first half of the day will be, getting more things ready. I'm going to eat my regular breakfast. I'm going to make sure that I'm supported with healthy nutrition, and that I'm not just going to start picking at things, that I'm not going to start drinking at noon. And then I'm gonna stay hydrated. I'm gonna drink water. It's supposed to be super, super hot, and but also, the sleep. I really am going to let myself go to bed a decent hour tonight, and not let things get too out of hand. I want to enjoy the people that we're having here who are happy for us, and so that's kind of some things that have helped us keep it all together as we get ready for this this party, make it more enjoyable than kind of an energy drain. So that said, Debbie, tell me more about your family time and this trip you just had.
Well, you know what? I am so happy that you opened up this blab by saying that there's still half the summer left. Because it is that mentality where when we hit August, people think, oh no, the summer's almost over. And so they start focusing on that. I have 3 boys, and the oldest one graduated from college. The middle one's going back to school in a couple of weeks. And the third one is going back to school in 3 weeks. And so there's that feeling that, oh, we don't have that much time. We recently just had a vacation, a family vacation. And it was actually last week. We went to Maine, and it was lovely. We just had such a great time together, just knowing that the family will not be together at the end of the month because a family member, my college man, will be away at college. So we really spent the time savoring each other's company. And one of the ways that we do that, of course, is going away together, being away just out of the house. And so one of the things that we've done as a tradition, as a family, and it's really cheap, is listening to audio books when we go on drives, because it's a great way to, even though people are going from one place to the other and there's the drive, everybody in the car is in their own little world. And so one of the best ways we take care of a long drive is listening to audiobooks. And I don't know if you can see this, but this is one of our favorite audiobook series. Cool. And so, and yes, we brought our cassette tape. For those of you who were born recently, this is a cassette tape. And you put it in, and you can rewind it and listen to it and forward it. But anyways, it's become a tradition when we go away on vacation to bring along an audiobook. So that way, everybody, as soon as we get into the car, we're all together. We're listening. We're immersed into this wonderful story. Yes, we've seen the movies, but the movie is not the same as the audiobook, as people know, not the same as the book. And for those of you who have not, I'm not really promoting Harry Potter, but it's just something that we're mad about Harry in this family. Yeah. And I even wrote an article about it that got published in Huffington Post yesterday, how Harry Potter really helped us have a mindful vacation and a magical one, because we tend to bring our audiobooks and we listen to it out of the car, in the car, and it just creates a nice discussion. So creating tradition, cheap family tradition that can really bring the family together is very important for us. Also, we brought along in our trunk was this $1.50 kite that I bought at the end of the summer, last summer. And we were in the beach and we flew the kite. So again, spending time together as a family, trying to do these cheap, really fun things is so wonderful. And it creates these little tidbits of memories that I'm hoping that when my children grow up, they think about times that we spent together and remember all these little different, unique, fun, quirky things that we did as a family together. So So again, just creating little, simple traditions that could raise the vibration, the energy. You talked about energy. Doing fun things raises the vibration of the person and also the whole group, right? And also how it permeates for a while. So that's very, very important.
Right. I have to tell you, Debbie Lynn, that my husband and I got into a habit a few years ago of I will often read to him while we're driving. He prefers to be the driver, and that's fine with me. And we're often driving up to North Conway, to ski and snowboard in the wintertime. And so this is a 2.5 hour drive approximately. And we would be at conflict before when we first started doing this. It was like, he wanted to listen to music that was not at all soothing to me at the end of a Friday. And I'd want to like sleep, or something. And then, and then I started, which one is that? That's you too, right?
Oh, that's me too. Sorry.
That's okay. That's all right. But we started reading books, and it just became really fun. And so whenever we go up there, whenever we drive to Connecticut to see the in-laws, we'll drive. And it's true. It's like we're together. It's not like we're doing these separate things. He doesn't resent me because I'm sleeping, and all of these. So it really. Thanks for bringing that up, because I think that
it's wonderful.
It's something simple. And I also have you seen these book lights? I have a super cheap book light that I actually, when I'm in the car and it's nighttime, I slip, it's got a little hook on it, and I slip it onto my seatbelt. Oh. So it kind of directs the light into the book. Yeah. And so I can actually see without having, an overhead light on. So
I love
another variation of what you talked about.
I love that. Yeah. I would do that too, but I get car sick when I read. So
I know a lot of people do.
Oh, I just get car sick. So unless I'm driving really, like if I'm the passenger, of course, and we're on the highway, so it's just straight. There's no twist or turn. But we found that the CD version of the different books or the tape really is a great attention getter. And this, you know how people, we just gather. We just love stories. So a good story that everybody can agree upon.
Yeah, that's great.
Yeah.
And one other thing, the times when I don't want to read or we don't have anything to read, we'll also listen to podcasts of various. We have a financial guy we like to listen to, and it's cool because if there's something that they're talking about that we want to discuss, like it brings up something for us in our own relationship or how we want to handle something financially, we'll hit pause and we'll talk about it. So these are awesome ways to kind of be together to foster the relationship. And as you said, the energy thing, it's like, so we arrive wherever we're going and we're not like all drained from the drive. We actually had a nice energizing type of experience on the drive. So that's very cool. Very cool. So Debbie, you have your book. Tell us about your book.
Yes. Oh, thank you. Yes, I have a book coming out. Yes. The Happiness Result. More time, more health, more love, more success. And it's for today's busy people to help people really find a way to put themselves back into their life, into their schedule, no matter it's at home or at work. 7 different techniques that I myself have proven that it works. And it's also research proven techniques. It's based on science, positive psychology science. So my book is self-help science and also power of intuition. So be on the lookout in a couple of weeks for it.
Okay, I will be.
And you?
I'm sure I know where to find one. So, so I put out a book last year called The Whole Package Professional, and it lays out a strategy for how to kind of sort through all of the stuff in our lives to kind of hone in and decide what we really want as far as designing our best life and balancing that with all of the things that we have to do, all of our responsibilities, the things that are important, but that sometimes crowd out space such that we don't have a lot of room left for the growing, for the producing, for the creation part of our lives, which I think is so important and why we're really here. So that's the book. And based on that is this workshop that I have coming up in September. I'm hosting my own workshop in Lexington, Massachusetts, and there's information on my Facebook page, and I'd be happy to send it to anyone. But it's based on the concepts that I talk about and the strategy, the system that I've created in the book. And it's going to be a great day, and people are going to walk away with like a plan. And even if the plan is to just start with like 3 tiny things to get going over the next month, it's all based, to build and to create something much greater. We all are starting from different places, but and this is also very applicable to the workspace, to work teams, whether a team needs to get more on the same page about what they're doing for and with their company, with the company's greater goals, or even if some companies are very into the wellness aspect of their employees. I salute those companies, and this is a great workshop to bring in to help your employees be more balanced. So many times, I know I've worked in the corporate space for 15 plus years. You get to work completely frazzled because so many things are not not in sync in your life. So this is designed to help get some more things in sync too, so that you're really ready when you get to work to be your best self at work too. So anyway, I'm very excited about the workshop, and yeah, so find it on my Living Blueprints page, okay, on Facebook. So we're going to do another blab in August, right?
Yes.
This month, a couple weeks from now, August 25th.
2 weeks. August 25th. Same time?
Same time, 10:30 Eastern in the morning, August 25th.
Yes.
Yes.
Very excited about that. Yeah. So we'll be covering more tips and tactics for busy people.
Well, yes. And we'll be transitioning. I think at that point we will start to think about how we're getting ready for the fall, for school, for whatever the fall means for you.
Yeah. Yeah. So just kind of transitioning, but still continuing the same theme of productivity and happiness and how they are really connected. It's totally part of the same family. Right?
Absolutely. Yes. Absolutely. All right. Well, thanks, Debbie. Until next time.
Thank you. Thank you, Linda. See you next time. All right. Okay. Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.